TNN Trap News Network. We back the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. For more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Technology, though, you ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with that tap, and make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get. Nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in, make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? Get into that if you ain't got into that. We need y'all to hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. That news you can use, that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, and we need y'all to also make sure that y'all are also a part of this. Also part of this Rich Trapper Mafia, man. We need y'all to make sure you hit that comment button, man. Hit that comment button, hit that comment button, hit that comment button, hit that comment button. And I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, man. Become a part of this Rich Trapper Mafia. You feel me? Get into that. If you ain't got into all of that, man, make sure you tap in with the tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that good, tap in. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and hit that good subscribe button. Y'all know the deal. Hit that notification bell. Hit all say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Y'all know the deal. We finna jump into this content, man. Make sure y'all follow the man at the Garden Freestyle. Please don't touch my. I got a body on the fairy tales and all that. If you ain't got into all that, get into all that. You feel me? We finna go ahead and jump into this content, man. We got Paperboy news. Munchie B, Spider Loc talking about his relationship with Munchie B, sitting down with Smack and T-Rail, as he says that J Hood is the reason why his friendship with Munchie B is over with, but it probably has a lot to do with the things that you did and said too. Less J Hood, more Spider Loc. We're gonna go ahead and use the word today as going to be accountability. Spider Loc's probably not gonna have too much of that, but we're gonna see about it. Let's go.
Y'all, that daily report. Now shout outs to Back on Fig, and they had Spider Loc on their platform. Now salutes up to Spider Loc, Smack, as well as T-Rail for showing growth, because as we all know, the East Coast Crips don't get along with the Hoovers or the Trouble Gangsta Crips. So for them to sit down on a public platform and chop it up shows their younger homies that's still thugging in the streets that it's possible to sit across from your enemy and break bread without hurting each other. Now T-Rail told Spider Loc about that conversation he had with J Hood, claiming that he was 50-0 against the East Coast Crips. And Spider Loc addressed this, so let's get straight into it. Now, before Spider Loc could even respond, Smack told them that he got a homie named Coke Dog HIP, who caught many squabbles, and every time his knuckles touches somebody's chin, he knocks him out. And Smack said,
yeah, we already went through this one. My bad, y'all. At this point, man, look, by the end of the week, it's hard for me to remember what I have and what I haven't gone through. Let's go through this. Shout out to nobody. Let's get into this.
Understand them from them games.
Basically, you know, different strokes for different Locs, homie.
I mean, I don't really, understand them. There's a lot of gangs in L.A. area, L.A. County, is really racist towards blacks as far as Southsider gangs. With that being said, you choose to be from them gangs. I would assume you deal with that.
I'm from the Lynwood Paragons, Lynwood, California. First Mexican gang in the city. Shout out to Rare Breed for giving me this interview. Man, it's bad. On everything, it's bad. It's ugly. You know, Hood's person Compton K on my side and Hood's person Lynwood K on their side. We clicked up with the homies from Compton Locos and Compton Willow, though. You feel me? Shout out to the homies. Gangs be the click.
Gang murders may have declined in the city of Los Angeles, but there's still a lot of violence poisoning the larger county area.
I don't think there'll ever be a truce. Not with us, anyways. But I don't know. Just can't get along with nobody. Gotta keep going. It goes on, never gonna stop. It ain't gonna die, it's just gonna multiply. It's the way it is. Young kids grow up and that's how they know.
In Lynwood, I can say we most hated because we beef with everybody. Feel me? From the young crowds to the monkeys, all of them. I don't care, I'm disrespectful.
That was super racist.
We the first gang in the city, like I said already. Early to mid 1950s gang. When the Moreno started moving in the city, that's when the gang was formed. We was a car club first, and from us came young crowds and so on.
Countless horrors from Los Angeles to Oakland, with thousands of people caught in the crossfire. So that you'll better understand what is happening here, we'll introduce you first to a group of Crips, gangbangers from the Lynwood section of Los Angeles, a war zone filled with posturing little soldiers.
Now to some new video tonight of a shootout between LA County Sheriff's deputies and robbery suspects in Lynwood.
We begin with live breaking news in Lynwood, where a deadly shooting is now under investigation.
A big scare for folks in Lynwood as a gunman appears to open fire randomly in the middle of a neighborhood.
Homicide detectives are investigating a suspicious death in Lynwood. Detectives tell ABC7 firefighters found a burned body on the stairs at the Metro Green Line station on Long Beach Boulevard.
And we have breaking news from overnight. Deputies are investigating a murder in Lynwood that happened right outside of a liquor store.
We begin the 9 o'clock hour with this breaking news. We've just learned the man shot and killed in Lynwood overnight is an Uber driver.
A teenager helping his mom at a laundromat is stabbed to death, and now police are looking for a killer.
That's right, it happened 11,900 block of Long Beach Boulevard. That's in Lynwood.
Honestly, I think we don't have a lot of recognition. We right next to Compton, you feel me? But I don't think we have as much recognition as we should. Honestly, for me, when I was younger, I'd have been like, hell no, like, what the fuck is gang banging in the desert, you feel me? Y'all banging from city to city or far fuck away, you feel me? I'd be like, y'all got no ops. But me being in prison now, like, I respect the niggas gangster, so you could be from the Valley, you could be from the IE, you could be from the Orange County, you feel me? You could be from LA and Lancaster, whatever, whatnot. If you a gangster and you stand on yours, I'm gonna respect it, you feel me? I'm not gonna knock where you from, because who knows who built you and how you built, you feel me? Ain't nobody gonna test your gangster. Like, I'm a black essay. A lot of niggas think that, oh, shit soft because I'm on this side. Nah, man, my homies is gangster, dead homies on the audio. Black, you know what I mean? My mom's Belizean, you feel me? So I'm Latino from that side, but she passed away when I was young, so I never got to really get in tune with that side. I mean, I found it out, like, you know, homies love me, swear to God. Even the people I meet from different barrios, outside of my city, they love me. And the ones that I do get from my barrio, they respect it, because I'm at the full-fledged function, you feel me? The ones I meet in prison, jail, everything. They're going to tell you they heard about me. Boxer from Lynwood Paragons, gangsters. Never ranked it. For me, like, I already kicked it with the homies. We were chilling already for a while. What was funny about it was, I remember the day that I was getting put on, that, the homies, I could hear them. They didn't know I could hear them. They were like, hey, let's get this fool fucked up. He might put hands on the homies. You know, he might fuck us up. So they were trying to get me drunk, get me to smoke blunts. I wasn't doing none of that. Not that day. I smoked a little bit, but I wasn't drinking at all. So when I got put on, yeah, I gave it to the homies, you feel me? But it was just funny because they tried all day to get me to get fucked up, and I knew it was coming. That's how I knew I was going to get put on that day, because they were trying to get me fucked up, and I wasn't going for it. Honestly, my people, they don't like where I'm from, obviously, because I grew up with you know, Bloods, some Crips, you feel me, whatever, whatnot. But I chose my own path, and the homies have always loved me. You know, never looked at me different. The homies is niggas themselves, even though they are outside. Barrio, homies have always loved me. Never treated me different. I've never not had one racist homie, not from my barrio, not that I've ever met. You know what I mean? If they do, they don't act that way. But yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, though. There are Mexican Crips, there are Mexican Bloods, there are black Southsiders. It just depends on where you grow up at, big dog. At this point, it's just a matter about where you grow up at. It makes 100% sense for Boxer to be from a Mexican gang if you grew up in a Mexican neighborhood. What's crazy, though, you must have just grew up on the Mexican side of Lynwood, because you could have for sure been from 211. You could have for sure been from Lynwood neighborhood, Crip. Like, but you know, it is what it is, hey.
Really from the gutter, yeah, I got it off the block. Raised by some killers that'll make a body drop. Hey, this for the gangsters from the set that I lost. Hey, this for the homies locked up in that box. This for the essays, this for the bloods. This for the Chris, man, this for the thugs. For the thugs, for the thugs. Hey, this for the thugs. Coming from a city where no pity is shown. Gotta keep a thing on you, cause we trained to go away. AKs, 8 yards and 4 5s, 40 Glocks and 9s, and they hit us, we gon' slide. Gangland, 40 on my waistband. Getting to the money if you broke down Mason. Blue face hundreds, that's the only thing I'm chasing.
your barrio accepts you, it's just prison is a little different. People have asked me what happens when black dudes run up the South Side. And I remember in YA, and I've told stories before, YA was very racist. Where I was at in Paso was very racist. The racism that they had, they didn't care. They weren't their homeboy from their barrio, and they saw a color rather than a homie.
You're a homie, and then you end up going to the beautiful LA County Jail. Eventually, right?
How'd that work out for you? Like when you walk in.
Yeah, let's get from the beginning because
you're picking what side to go to.
It's the very first time.
No, I didn't pick. I already knew where I was going. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm going with the homies.
Yeah, but you got the brothers and the homies looking at you, and you're looking at both.
Are you a little bit nervous? You had to be.
Yeah, I'll be lying if I said I wasn't. My first time in the county, I was.
You didn't know the program yet, so you've heard of it, but so you're walking in there. Let's say you're going in there, homie. What's going on?
I go up in there and I just see a gang of brothers just bounce up. Who neighborhood? Where you from? I'm like, I'm from Playboys. I'm a homie. And then the homies look at me like, who? Like, what the fuck? And then like, where you from? I'm from Playboys. And then that's when they got pumped. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, hell yeah, we got a black homie. We got a yeah. So it was always like,
we got something to help us in this right because there's niggas in this.
Never went to the county or got incarcerated, and it was like them not treating me like a homie because hell no.
Being a black Southerner and, having been through the prison experience, how were you accepted among your peers once you actually got to the big house?
To be honest, I really didn't have no problems. Like the way.
Hey, it's crazy how all black Southsiders still sound like Mexicans. Like I love Rich Rabbit to death. Rich Rabbit is my guy. He a black Southsider. He don't sound like a Mexican. He still sound black. So big shout out to Rich Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? He from where he from. He love his neighborhood. He love his homies. This is not, me trying to step him away from his homies or nothing like that or blah, 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 and all that kind of blah, 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 and all this type of shit. It's about, long story short, it's just about, niggas saying true to who they are. Now, it's just interesting to me that just, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's the same thing as Mexicans growing up around a bunch of blacks saying on the day, homies on the set. So, whatever. I guess it is. It's just interesting to me.
The homies are, it's like, Of course, like, you're always going to have individuals that may not be fitting you, and mostly it just comes down to respect. Like, the thing with us is it comes down to respect. Like, you have to earn your respect. And I guess I had been around long enough and ran into enough people for people to understand who I was. And like I said, reputation only carries so far, but it's different than everybody else. With us, it's like you're innocent till proven guilty, basically. So me going up in the cell with another homie was never an issue. Once I say where I'm from, not even neighborhood, but just who I run with, I'm good. And that's how the homies have always been. As long as you run us, you're good. So yeah, it was really nothing. Like I said, you'll have a case, but I mean, people won't say nothing, but they'll, they might have their little kind of distance they self from you. But as far as like LA County and then, other areas, but mostly LA County, the homies are already so used to seeing a black homie that it's really nothing, and so it was easy,
How was the Wayside County experience for you?
Going in, like I said, I used to be bald. Like when I was super just choloed out, like I go in bald, they just be like, I could tell.
Yeah.
They just be like, I could tell. Yeah. Sometimes I walk into a dorm, it's dark, everybody like, oh, what race, everybody pulling their people. And then I get stuck with both pulling me, like, hey. And then when I be like, what is you? I'm Belizean. They like, got the homie from Guatemala, the homie from Honduras. They all be like, oh, I'm right here, woo, woo, woo. So everybody be like, oh, yeah, I'm blah, woo, woo. So I go in. It be cool. It don't be no problems. And then, but sometimes, when I'm walking around, though, some blacks be like, hey, black. And then they be like, nah, he ain't black. He ain't black. Yeah, he ain't a black. He ain't.
Here go the thing, though. He ain't a black. He is a black. He's a black Southsider. So to not say that you're black is crazy. You're definitely black. You're just black from a Mexican gang.
One of us. And then, just like that. But when I went in with my braids, it was kind of different. It wasn't different, but
it was different.
It was different, kind of,
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you a homie? Like, yeah, fool, I'm a homie. I just got hair now. Fool, I'm just letting my hair grow. You feel me? But they still was able to tell, like,
Okay, so honestly, going to jail,
this is something my homie Demon talked to me about way before I ever went. He was like, hey, look, fool, if you go to jail, the homies are still gonna respect it if you run with the Morenos, you know? And I shut that shit down immediately. I said, I'm running with the homies, period. There was no question about it. There was no nothing about it. There was no thoughts about it. None of that. I already knew I was gonna run with the homies. And nah, like I never really had no fear. Like I already knew when I went to court, cause I was going to Compton Court, I was gonna run it with ops all day. I know I was going to ops all day. I went to court, I'm running squabbles, dead homies. And how boys just say off the back. Dead homies. And I got a wobble on me. You feel me? They call me Boss and Love for a reason. The Bloods and Crips, they really didn't like me. I'm gonna be honest. They didn't like me at first. I land on the yard and they immediately think I'm going with them, and then they see me go with the homies. Off top, they looking at me, they staring, they mad dogging, doing all the extra shenanigans. You know, ain't nobody care about none of that though, you feel me? Like, I still don't mind though, like after a while, once they got to know me, see me in the yard for a while, like they respected it. They respected the nigga's gangster, you feel me? Like, you can't take that from me, you feel me? It's like, oh, he's a nigga from his side, like, what could they take from me? I wasn't on no bitch, I wasn't on no mark shit, I didn't take no type of disrespect. I remember there was a Moreno from Nutty Block, and Baby Kryptonite, he could tell you to this day, I got into an older dude from the Bay because he tried to tell me I couldn't say the word nigga. And I told him, even my homies can't tell me I can't say nigga, so who the fuck is you? Dead homies. I was about to have a crack off a riot by myself out there with a gang of Morenos. It was regular, like, I never really felt out of place. None of the homies ever showed me no racism, not to my face, you feel me? The one time I ever dealt with anybody trying to say something was a homie that said it behind my back, and when I confronted him, he shut all that shit down, you know? And he's like, oh, you're a homie, you know, like whoa, you know, everything, you know me, like, or you probably don't know me, this is me, for y'all getting to know me. I called out squabble, like, if you need that dead homie, we can get out. He didn't want none of that, talking about we can't do that in the yard. I told him, you know, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna get into that, you feel me? But pretty much blank, I never had an issue, you feel me? No homies ever showed me racism, and it was regular. I put in work, I did my shit, I got my paperwork, I stayed JP, feel me? I could tell you every yard I was on, feel me? Delano, B2, reception. I went to Norco CRC before they flipped it. When they did flip it, I got off, I was there. I went to Salinas Valley State Prison. The 4-yard, I went to 270. Got caught with a banger right there, went to 180. Yeah, speaking of my homie Red, he's still around. Red Creech, Facebook, you can find him. That's the older homie. He just said what's up to me. We was just hollering, dead homies. Let's see, from my hood, I heard we had one other black homie. Never met him though. Not been around, so disregard that. And yeah, we had the white homie Crazy, but he gone. Disregard that. Feel me? I'm pretty much standing tall by myself when it comes to outsiders. You know, the outside of the outside. You feel me? But we here though. Cover guns. I met a few other black homies. I met a white Crip from Hoover. My little bro, it's my homie Demon's little brother. He from Hoover. Feel me? Infant coding. No, not infant coding. He just coding. You feel me? Dead homies. He got his own little homies already. He tripping. Everything. I met a few.
All right, man. Hold on.
Keep it solid. Hold it down. Show that you better than them. You know, better than the rest. You gotta be stronger than the rest. You gotta go harder than the rest, because there's gonna be niggas that doubt you. You feel me? But ain't nobody ever gonna doubt my game, so you feel me? So don't let them doubt yours. PGA.
All right, man. And there you have it from Black Southsiders. That was all right. That was something that you don't see every day. But, hey, man, there are Black Southsiders. There are Mexican Crips. There are Mexican Bloods. There's everything in between. Mexican Hoovers and all that kind of stuff. And y'all know the deal, man. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's Free Avenue Angel till he's free.